The honkening is upon us. How are you doing, everyone? So today, it's a great day. Has anybody been keeping up with what's been going on in Canada? Because it's getting wild. Just for anybody who's not up to speed, basically, Canada's truckers has made everybody has gone wild. Who would have thought Canada would be the first would be the people standing up for free speech? The country of Canada, the country that's more cooked than the UK, and they're the ones doing all the good work. But yeah, no, yeah, BAF. That's what I was thinking. Watching them all called racist and extremist. I've got a few things I've been scanning on Twitter that, like, yeah, that's all a lie. So I think they're pushing their luck a bit, because I think they're trying to assume that these are a fringe minority, but they're not. I don't think they are at all. But no, we've got Justin Trudeau. He's crying in his little basement. Although he's tested positive for COVID again today. The last time when he did it 4 days ago, that didn't work. So he tested positive again for COVID today because, I mean, in the UK, you're not allowed a PCR test. I know. I'm not going to go too far into COVID for getting my stream cancelled and this channel. But in the UK, you're not allowed to get tested for COVID. If you test positive, you're not allowed to get tested for COVID for 90 days because the government controls all the tests. So they just won't. And if you get a test, you're on the government list, and they won't let you test. They won't let you test for 90 days because you'll come back positive every time. So why he did that twice in the space of 4 days? Who knows? Is it for sympathy? But yeah, this little I don't know how much you can swear on stream. And he is really a piece of shit, to be honest. But let's I've got a speech for him. So we're all up to speed with the with everybody's having a great time, and they've taken over Ottawa. We'll go into the fact that Reddit has melted down because they can't handle it. But thank you very much for the $5, BAF. Thank you. Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts anyway, because I don't know. As soon as I got monetized on YouTube, I suddenly feel very unsafe. But yeah, this first stream is going to be a bit of a mess because I have absolutely no idea how to use Streamlabs properly because I've been fiddling around with it all day. But there's so many bits of it where you're like, oh, I can't use that until I go live, so I actually don't know how that works. And now I'm going to find out how it works, and I'm probably going to make a mess of some things, but yeah, let's listen first. To start off, let's listen to Trudeau's speech. Picture the scene. There's hundreds of thousands of people in the capital of Canada. They're all saying, we aren't leaving until you either fuck off or you drop all this mandate shit. And it's like, so, and here's Trudeau. Again, and let's, as a little sidebar, a man who ran away and basically abdicated the country and ran away to America. Here he is with his speech today.
As my friend Erwin Kotler said on Saturday.
Okay, that doesn't work. Bear with me.
Freedom of expression,
all right, so his
assembly, and association.
Okay, you can't hear that. Okay, so that's why I said it was probably going to be a mess because I thought that would make No, I'll find it on Twitter anyway. I thought if I added that to Streamlabs, it would work, but it didn't, so bear with me a second. Here he is. All right, here he is.
I have attended protests and rallies in the past.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter.
Goals when I supported the
burning down cities,
expressing their concerns and their issues. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, kill people to do it. Yeah.
But I have also chosen to not go anywhere near protests that have expressed hateful rhetoric, violence towards fellow citizens, and
well, we went to a Black Lives Matter protest.
Not just of science, but of the frontline health workers and, quite frankly, the 90% of truckers who have been doing the right thing to keep Canadians safe.
No.
Food on our tables. Canadians know where I stand. This is a moment for responsible leaders to think carefully about where they stand and who they stand with.
Well, that's how Justin Trudeau has dealt with probably the biggest protest his country has ever seen. So that's China. He really does love Chairman Mao, doesn't he? Because that just makes you think. Because he's basically calling all protests illegal, and I think in the Canadian Parliament as well, they've declared the protest illegal. So I think it's going to get pretty wild soon because I don't think these people are leaving. They're having a great time. But just on the note of him saying that he doesn't hang around with people with hateful rhetoric. All right, let's have a look. There we go. There's Justin there. There he is. And there he is. Right next to a swastika. So he does hang around with people with hateful rhetoric. Oh, I don't know what he was talking about. Here's his dad with here's his mum and here's his dad and there's his wife's boyfriend. They're 4 years actually, bit of Brian. Although they would, I saw on Twitter as well. Again, there's people they're proposing a bill to take £10 million off them, $10 million off them. I don't know how much that is in real money. I assume it's about 10, 15 quid or something like that in pounds in English money. But it's just unbelievable what these people are trying to do. I mean, the fact that it's created so many hilarious memes. Oh, here he is kneeling for Black Lives Matter. No justice, no peace. Yeah, there we go. Violence. Even the slogan's violent. And then, obviously, you see, this is kind of like the way I'm looking at it is like this is the way their reality is spiraling out of control because they can't control this anymore. There's no way to control this. That's the problem with it all. They're like, oh, well, they're not obeying the television anymore. Oh yeah, and you know that guy with the here we go. The guy with that what's it? The Confederate flag. Let's have a look. Now, this fellow is Justin Trudeau's photographer. And see, he's got a pretty deep set brow. It's not the best photo, but Twitter fucking uncompresses everything. There we go, he's there. And he's there, that's a better photo of him. Oh, and here he is. It's almost like Justin Trudeau sent that Confederate flag guy so his personal photographer can photograph him. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I've done over 200 videos, and I fully, as you all know, I believe in coincidences. Everything's a coincidence. Oh yeah, did you all see him? The only guy wearing a mask. The Confederate flag fed boy. Yeah, he did actually come down with Coward 19. Where is he? Oh no, where is he? Where is Justin? He is the master of disguise after all. We do not know. I mean, this guy talks about racism, and it's like, look at all this fucking shit he does. He's like dressing up, and I don't know what that is. That's like a gay Buddhist or something like that. There he is. He's an Arab now. And he's a red Indian, which I thought was extraordinarily racist. I didn't think you were allowed to do that. Right. Here he is dressed in Hitler. I don't know. Is that real? Did he actually dress up as Hitler? And it's like this guy is telling you that you're racist. It's like I just don't understand how you can say it with a straight face. It's like I'm not particularly racist, but like I don't mind people. I don't care about people being racist in front of me. And it's like if they want to do it, that's fine. I think they're fucking idiots if they really mean it, but. It's not something that I'd ever come across any normal person to go, oh, did you know what? I'll just go total blackface. And he's done it twice. And these are the people who are telling you you're racist. Yeah. No, let's see. Let's have this is what they're doing over in, I mean, I've seen, it's a bit lame, but they're calling Canada Truckistan now, but. These are having a great time. Yeah, they're having a wonderful time, it seems. I don't think they're leaving, to be honest. Oh, yeah, they're Super Saber. Thank you very much. Blessings from Australia, everyone. I know. What is going on in Australia? I mean, is it as bad as they're telling us? Because, I mean, our media, I don't know how bad it is over there, because I mean, we only get media reports exactly over here, because like if you've watched our media, you'd think we still had COVID restrictions, but in the UK we don't have any. And we haven't had since July. And it's like, no one cares anymore. But like, if you turn on anything, if you read any of our media, it seems like we're in the middle of a plague. So I read stuff about Australia, and it's like, is that actually happening? Because it just seems so insane. Where is the proof of the white supremacy? I know. I saw that video about the Sikh. He was like, "Did you see? He's a white supremacist." It's like, anybody who you disagree with is a white supremacist. That's how it works. You can't. It can't not be anymore. It doesn't matter if you're black. It's like, you've seen that meme? Hold on. You've seen that, man? I'll show you. Like, this is the actual rhetoric. They're right here. Come on. No, but it's like anybody who doesn't agree with you, it's not. Colorado shooting suspect booked into jail. Where was it? Where's the morally white thing? There we go. I don't know. But it said another ticker on it was said it was like an Arab was morally white because he came from England, and it's like, well, he didn't really come from England, and he's not really morally white either. He's a Muslim fella. Oh, Mason Greenwood, yeah. So that's all over the news. Have you? There's a record. I don't think you can play it on YouTube because he's basically raping a woman on it. Well, his girlfriend is fucking nuts. Mason Greenwood. I think he's kind of. I don't think he's going to play for Manchester United anymore. I mean, I stopped following football once they started like taking the knee for Black Lives Matter. I thought that was too weird, but. Yeah, I've listened to the recording of it, and it's like, what the fuck is he doing? And it's like, you can just hire a hooker. You're earning 50 grand a week. What are you doing? You haven't been charged with anything, but I think he's still arrested. Yeah, just reading some of the chat. Yeah, never seen a video of Jack Posobiec himself, but he's always on Twitter. Yeah, although he's got that podcast, isn't he? Which I know no one listens to because was it Patrick Howley? He showed that absolutely nobody listens to him, and his website outranks him. He's funny. He's been going a bit mad recently, that Patrick Howley, but he does tell the truth most of the time. Although I couldn't tell you how much the truth he's telling because I don't know. So yeah, I've got a few things. Where's oh yeah, we've got a new convoy. It's never gonna stop. They just all pile in like. Why do everyone so mad over Bill Maher? What? Who? Leftists? Because he's going against the narrative. Oh no, we don't get him in the UK. I've never seen his show. I've seen clips of him, but I don't really know who he is. No, I know. I've watched a few people get very very mad about it, but I don't understand why. After truck drivers are from Mexico exempt from any rules and inspections and ball breaks cause death. They don't need it. Yeah, this is the hypocrisy of everything. None of it makes any sense. I mean, I don't know. It's like you can't really go too far into it with YouTube because they don't they don't like it, do they? But none of it makes any sense. No, I'm not saying anything specifically. Obviously, everything overall makes total sense, but there's a lot that doesn't make any sense. Trace Zone 1, South America. I don't... the Arbory. Oh, yeah, I've just seen it's trending. They took plea deals, didn't they, for the federal case? But, like... They really seem to be trying to bait people into being unhappy about this. But it's like, well... It's not a Carl Rittenhouse case. It's like, they did chase him down. And it's like, well... He probably was. He probably was on the lookout to Bob's stuff, but still, probably shouldn't have done what he did. Like, you're probably going to go to jail if you did what you did. So, I don't know. They seem to really be trying to bait people into losing their shit over that, and nobody is, because it's like, well, yeah. It's all just baiting bullshit, to be honest, because I'm just having a look. Let's have a look. See what's going on in Freedom Convoy right now. Oh no. Don't tell me it's over.
As long as we can, we are approaching. We just passed the 6-hour mark. Live streaming. We're going to go as long as the phones will possibly keep it going. If I can get a little more juice soon enough into...
Tell you what, that's another thing as well, because I remember when...
the other power bank and hope for the best.
I remember when I went to the Freedom March in London in May, and it was one of the hottest days of the year, and it's like, that's one thing, because that was a great day out, but these guys, look at them, and I think it was at -10 or something like that. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. We don't use Fahrenheit here, so that's -10 centigrade. It's like unbelievable temperatures. Vidstorm. Yeah, this is Vidstorm. I don't know where he's going. Yeah, this is the one I've been watching all evening. Jim Bitway. He can't have finished. Oh yeah, it is an election year, and we are going to see a lot of race baiting. Well, Joe Biden won't stop doing race baiting, will he? He just will not stop. Well, whether he knows what he's doing or not. It should be, we should have a completely different parliament in the UK. We shouldn't be able to do it. Our parliament doesn't work. You can't. It's impossible to change anything. You've just got to give in. Well, our whole party system doesn't work. You can't start a new party or anything. Well, you can, because Nigel Farage did, but it failed. I mean, he got Brexit done, but, like, not enough people vote for these things. No, it's like... I hope the truckers do it. Oh, yeah, I found another one. What's happening with this guy? I don't care about you, mate. I want to see some people protesting. Let's see what these guys are doing.
I'm with you on. There's no weakening, guys. guys.
They can leave. They can leave. But the only way I'm leaving is in a cruiser.
Yes.
There you go.
You know what? You 100%.
That's right.
You know what?
Who's
We're
with?
out here.
So who's gonna stay? I'm
Who's
staying.
scared? Who's scared? Their tactics are we're surrounded. Yes. Yes. It's all morale, Alex. Keep up the morale. You already started.
Yes, the ones that want to leave can leave.
If you're worried about funds, a GoFundMe will pay the fine.
Alex, they can issue us a ticket for a Highways Traffic Act. That's all they can do. Bring on the ticket.
Yeah, that is why they're trying to take £10 million of that GoFundMe money. The government, the Canadian government, are trying to do that to them. It's like, okay, that's the way they think they're going to do it, and it's like, Yeah, the protest was shoveling the sidewalks today. Well, yeah, and hold on, they're writing propaganda hit pieces. So I had a few pulled up. So where was it? Yeah. These lies are happening. Ottawa homeless shelter staff harassed by convoy protesters demanding food. No, they weren't. No, but no one was doing this. This wasn't happening. These are truckers. Truckers aren't badly paid. They're not going to be like, oh, I need food. It's like there was another one. But there's quite a lot there. It's just all of. Let's just for the sake of argument. Yeah, that's me boomering Streamlabs because I don't understand Streamlabs. But let's go. The Freedom Convoy in Canada is racist. Okay, so on my very own BBC. Let's see what they have to say. Trudeau calls trucker protest an insult to truth. An insult to memory and truth. Protesters demonstrate for a third consecutive day over a cross-border vaccine mandate for truckers imposed by the Liberal government. Ottawa police asked the police to avoid. Oh yeah, and there was this guy. Yeah, Ottawa police asked the public to avoid the downtown area on Monday, citing traffic, noise, and safety issues. Yeah, let me get that. Because it's amazing how they're fucking pussies. People are so triggered by honking, and it's like they didn't really give a shit about people murdering, like black people murdering other black people to get Air Jordans and Black Lives Matter, but a horn, oh my god. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand these people's viewpoints. Yeah, here we are. This is the police thing. Police are aware that many demonstrators have announced their intention to stay in place. This will continue to cause major traffic, noise, and safety issues in the downtown core. We urge all residents to avoid travel to the core. Why? They're not going to do any harm. Police have avoided ticketing and towing vehicles so as not to instigate confrontation with with demonstrators. Still, confrontation and the need for de-escalation has regularly been required. Because you're starting fights. I've been to demonstrations where the police, literally, they just start fights. All they do is walk around and antagonize people and then go, oh, well, we're going to arrest you. And it's like, well, you've just started poking him with your sticks and whatnot. So, like, obviously he's getting annoyed. But along with the safety issues, cost to businesses and social costs, the Ottawa Police continues to tally the financial costs of the policing costs, which are estimated at more than £800,000 a day. So, do you see how they do that? And it's like, they didn't say anything like that for Black Lives Matter protests. Well, actually, because there wasn't enough people. But they didn't tally the costs up, did they? Because they didn't want to turn the people against them. They want to turn them against these ones. So it's like, oh, look at your tax dollars. This is what it's going to. If you work in the downtown core, please plan to work from home if possible. Please adjust your plans in the downtown core. If your children attend school in the downtown area, please check with them to see if school is open tomorrow. Avoid traveling to the downtown core tomorrow. It's like, it's fucking pathetic. It's just, I don't understand why. If you're a shop open, you're going to make a shitload of money. But yeah, these people are absolutely, something is wrong. Let's have a look at chat, see what's going on here. Armed robbery, psyop. I don't know whether it is or not, but like it just seems fucking stupid. It's like, and it's weird how everything's recording is so bad, such bad on bad cameras, bad angles, and it's like when I record things when I'm on nights out with pals and stuff, it's only 4K and it's all crystal clear. So like, how come everybody records things that happen with things all on potato cameras, but. Yeah, it's typical when the Prime Minister calls other people white supremacists when he's the blackface king of the world. He is the most famous blackface guy. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why anybody takes him seriously. I mean, even as a leftist, I mean, you're obviously mentally disabled, but it's like you must be like, if you can type on the internet, you must be not mentally disabled enough to not realize that Justin Trudeau is a huge racist. I mean, when did anybody think blackface was acceptable? He's not like he's old. I think he's 3 years younger than I am. How old is he? How old is Trudeau? I think he's 36, isn't he? Oh no, he's 50. I didn't realize he was 50. I thought he was really young. Well, okay, he's 11 years older than I am. So that's not that old. And at no point of him ever being alive has getting dressed up in blackface ever been acceptable. So it's not like he's 70 and he was like, oh, I did it in the 50s. It's like, I'm sorry about that. Well, yeah, this is a good hindsight thing. This was, I didn't show dates on the thing. I think this was 4 days ago. Trudeau blasts fringe minority behind trucking convoy protesting COVID passports at US border. Police expecting around 2,000 protests. Well, that backfired, didn't it? I can't tell you my thoughts on a possible punishment for big old Boris because I don't know. When I last did that, I got banned off Twitter and had to make a new account. But I do believe he's committed treason, and I know what the punishment for treason is in the UK, so I'll say that. Yeah, he literally ran away. like that's fucking great. That's what makes it so funny. He literally ran away. There he is. He's on milk bottles now. You can bet the one thing you can rest assured, he is in blackface somewhere. He's chilling in back. Yeah, I like this one as well. Stop Castro's little bastard. I don't know what's going to happen to these people because they can't behave like this. It's not acceptable. I just don't. They have to be punished at some point. Trudeau can't get away with this because look, everybody is not on his side. Like he's divided the entire country. He can't. Well, Boris isn't going to get a punishment either, Blaster Crusader. Boris has apologised now, and he's everything's okay apparently. Oh yeah, that's not like he's a theatre student. Like yeah, I saw this the other day, and it's like, hold on, let me find it. It's like, how did Canada get fooled. And just scroll down. See what's going on here. But how did Canada get fooled by this idiot? Bear me while I find this. Like,
roofing nails on the ground and stuff for truckers. They're putting roofing nails underneath the tires. Strange. That's strange. Yes. That's right. Yeah. Absolutely. Anybody that's doing anything to just try to mess up the situation, but everything's been peaceful. I've been down here since it started. All you see is love and peace. It's great. Absolutely. All right.
there you go. Everything is peaceful. All you see is love, but that is going to be translated into, oh, it was the Russians and they're all evil. But here, how did Canada get fooled by this? This is like, this is the worst acting you have ever seen. This is Trudeau when he was like, right, this is Trudeau before he was Prime Minister. And making a bid for Prime Minister, I imagine. Because this is not a speech a Prime Minister would make, because obviously he's blaming himself. But it's aged badly if you listen to the end.
This country is a country of openness, of respect, of compassion,
Is it?
of the rule of law, of the rights of the individuals, of freedom. Freedom from fear, freedom from crime, freedom to love who you want and not be judged for it, freedom to do what you want with your body. This country is a country of
To catch the end of that there.
respect.
Freedom to do what you want with your body. Well, he doesn't believe that anymore. Let's listen to that little bit at the end.
Freedom to do what you want with your body.
Yeah, really, Justin? And why are hundreds of thousands of people in your capital protesting the opposite to that? He does look like the kid from Stranger Things. But this is what he used to believe. But anyway, like this is what he used to believe. Well, he didn't used to believe it. He was lying to get into power. But this is, I mean, look at the state of this guy. This is a 2 out of 10 actor. This is like, I don't know if you've ever seen that American soap opera. It's like Days of Our Lives, I think it's called. It's like, I've seen it a couple of times, and that's by far and away the worst acting I've ever seen on television in my entire life. So that's sort of the bar. And he wouldn't even get on that. That was like the worst acting I've ever seen. Freedom to do what I want with your body, yeah. Yeah, that's his new mantra. That's what he's into now. But yeah, it's like, I wonder if there's any more. It looks like it's calming down with the honking now. And like in Canada, I'm just gonna type in honking into Twitter, see if anybody's going nuts over that. Oh yeah, let's have a look at some hypocrisy in some real time, yeah. So we have here, calling the Ottawa protest peaceful downplays non-violent dangers, critics say. So they're talking about, this is the other wild thing. It's like they're trying to make honking into terrorism. You know, it's literally violence, and you're like, but that's bad enough, isn't it? And it's like, well, you're liars because they're not causing any trouble. They're just honking because that's the fucking point. But let's have a look at this. This is for Black Lives Matter protest. At one of the 2 peaceful demonstrations in Toronto, cars honked in support as they passed the people kneeling outside the Superior Courthouse and the US Consulate, which are across the street from each other. And they also kneeled outside Toronto Police Headquarters. So it's okay to honk then, isn't it? See, these people are fascists. They don't understand. I don't think these people understand that they're fascists either. I don't think they get it. I think they're too stupid. They're just told what to think. And then they just think it. Well, yeah, one of the things, if anybody's on Reddit, and like, it's unfortunate that you are, but sometimes Reddit is very funny. But the Ottawa subreddit is just very, very funny. It's like Convoy. This has only been going on for a few days. Convoy mega thread number 27. So this is just a shitload of people reeing because to have 27 threads already. I mean, it wasn't even going that fast when if you were in Wall Street Bets when you had the GME thing last year. It was the mega threads weren't getting filled up that quickly. They were only using 2 a day. They were doing 2 a day. I think it's gone 4. It's gone for 4 days now, hasn't it? And now they're just too busy complaining. Let's see what they're complaining about today. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, here we go. Here's the communist simp right here. It's like, apparently Tamara Lich is missing in action. If that's the case, a GoFundMe is 100% going to be shut down. Probably some investigations for the 1 million released. Who knew neo-Nazis were so incompetent? Well, that's probably not going to happen. That 10 million should go straight to the city to pay for the cleanup. Can you imagine simping for the government like this? I cannot. It doesn't even understand. I don't understand how these people can do this. How they can sit there. I just don't get it. Let's have a look on chat. It's like he had a bender in college and never came down. Yeah. Yeah. The trans person who did the thing with a dog. Oh, that fucking weird. Oh, yeah, him. Yeah, I made a video about him, didn't I? Sorry, her. Stunning and brave, beautiful woman. There isn't much to talk about the trans dog story. To be honest, Blaster Crusade. I said exactly. It was like he fucked a dog. Like, if I remember rightly, he fucked. Yeah, they haven't because I don't. Our newspapers don't really like stories like that, so they didn't really publicize it. They did. There wasn't much to go on. It was like 2 paragraphs. But as far as I know, he what was it? He went. Hold on, let me remember what he did. Yeah, he got caught because he had some USB drives of him fucking a dog, and then he had loads of emails saying organizing him to go to a party about with other people who wanted to fuck a dog, and then he did, and then he fucked a dog, and it's like, okay, that's weird. But yeah, like our newspapers didn't really talk about that too much because, like, the British people are very polite. like they don't. Even when they sensationalize stuff, they don't sensationalize the really gross stuff. They sort of try and keep it down on the down low because it makes them feel uncomfortable. Opinion on Augusto Pinochet. Do I know that? That rings a bell, but I don't know who that. I can't think who that is. Let me just see if I can get a face. Oh, Pinochet. Oh, right, yeah, him. Oh, fuck knows. I don't know. I don't know enough about Chile. I know they've been taken over by socialists, so obviously they're turning into a new Venezuela, so that's that. They're all fucked. Yeah, I'll keep the stream up. Well, I'll keep the stream up unless YouTube tells me I'm not allowed to. Well, because then I don't really have a choice, but. The government is a disease. I mean, I don't want to say what I just thought I was going to say, but to be honest, I turned off the TV and I didn't listen to anything the government said for the past 2 years, and nothing it didn't exist to me. Yeah, what's going? I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that there's no more. No, fuck off, Brave. Have you noticed Elon Musk? He's been getting. I mean, I never really liked Elon Musk very much, but because he's got his car company's fake, and like like I don't fucking like him at all. But recently, he's been getting very based indeed. It's like corn pop, yeah. I wish corn pop was in charge of America rather than Joe Biden. Although actually, no, I don't. I love Joe Biden. I think he's fucking great. He's the funniest guy I've ever seen. He just fucking every single thing is just a complete shit show with him. And you see that Pazaki? I don't know how you say her name, the ginger one. Like, did you see her the other day? She was talking to somebody on a live stream. And then she was saying, "Oh, I didn't know whether to shut the stream down." When and laughing at him, laughing at Joe Biden for that press conference he did with the CEO of GM, where he mistook General Motors for Ford, and he and she was on a live stream saying, "Oh yeah," he was like, "I didn't know whether to turn the live stream off," and it's like, we all know the President of the United States. I know he's retarded, but like you don't get a say in that. Yeah, that is the unfortunate thing about the trucks. The man that says he's making driverless trucks, but all this is doing is accelerating driverless trucks appearing. That is the main thing you're gonna take away from it. I mean, it's funny now and it's cool, but the Reddit meltdowns are great. It is. I mean, the Reddit meltdowns, so we just like. You have a look at some of them. Oh no, that's the wrong one. What are you having is? Yeah, I can't stop crying. My wife and I have been suffering extreme anxiety and sleep deprivation as the giant truck blowing its horn right beside our apartment. My wife says she's going to sleep at a male friend's house. That's Reddit. Those few words are Reddit in a nutshell. Yeah, Thunderfoot. I don't really like Thunderfoot either, but he does. Like, it's like I don't know with Thunderfoot. He's a weirdo. Actually, his videos are good, but I remember him back in the day, and he was a proper weird guy. He used to dox people all the time and do stuff like that. And like his videos are actually good, but and he knows what he's talking about because he's a scientist. But like the fucking Hyperloop or whatever Elon Musk is. That's the thing. Elon Musk is a scam. Like he's never going to go to Mars. That's not going to happen. And it's like, and if he does, then all the people who he sends to Mars, they're all going to die. But I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever been in a Tesla, but they're fucking awful cars. It's like you go in there and if you've sat in an expensive car, like a Range Rover or something like that, it's like, oh, this feels expensive. And then you go and sit in a Tesla that costs the same amount of money, and you're like, this feels like a fucking Chevy Corsa or something like that. Like, what? They're so cheap feeling. It's like, how is it cost this money? What about Corbyn? Well, Corbyn's a fucking weirdo, but like he's setting up his own party now, ain't he? Because he got booted out of the Labour Party. He got booted out of the Labour Party after the last general election, and then he lost his appeal last week to get back in. So he didn't. And now he's setting up his own party. But I'll give Corbyn one thing: he fucking hates lockdowns. He was very against lockdowns, so it's like, okay. And it's like, maybe I got you wrong. Because anybody who hates lockdowns is fine. And even if you're doing it to be fake, it's like the thing that I haven't liked about any of this across the world, and especially in the UK, is how everybody's been all together with it. And it's like, oh yeah, this is great. It's like the thing, like the Labour Party, the left, well, the Labour Party at the moment, they're the losing side. It's like they're supposed to be, they're literally called the opposition in this country. And it's like, and they're supposed to oppose the people in power, so they can challenge them and say, you can't do that, that's out of order. But like, all they've done is just gone, oh yeah, lockdowns are fantastic. And like, well, I don't think they are. Nigel Farage. I like Nigel Farage. He's unelectable though. It's like he's tried 5 or 6 times and people don't like him. That's the problem with him. He can't get elected into Parliament. People think he's a dickhead. Like, more people think he's a dickhead than like him. Yeah, Thunderfoot's videos are good, but I just know I just remember him from back in the day with 2016 and stuff, and he is a proper dodgy little piece of shit. So I just don't like him on that principle. But then again, so most people on the internet, especially around 2016. He's not just a poser; he's a scammer. I mean, his entire company is a scam. It's all a scam. That Cybertruck is never going to get made. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. What does everyone think? How do you think this is going to end? Do you reckon there's going to be... Because I think from what Trudeau said today, I think this is going to end up in quite a lot of bloodshed, and the police are going to go in hard, and it's all going to turn into a horrible, horrible... Let's see what's going on in Freedom Rally. Is there somebody... Freedom Rally... Freedom Convoy. No, I want live. I need a live stream. Oh, here we go. No. Oh, there's a load of tractors here, so these are very slowly turned up now. See, I don't think they can stop it. That's the thing. I know they're trying to make it illegal. I don't know they're trying to... Sam Hyde is hilarious. Sam Hyde is one of the... It is amazing how much he influences people. Like... What's happening to all the live streams? There were absolutely loads of these. Are they all getting taken down by YouTube? Okay, let's have a look at this one. What? No, this isn't. What's happening? Is YouTube removing these?
32%. It's actually holding. It's just not charging fast enough, but looks like we got a bit of time with it. Fingers crossed. We'll keep it going. Sun is setting, so it is getting a little colder. John, how you doing? To all the brave and beautiful truckers and their supporters, I would like to dedicate the song "Don't Stop" by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Cheers. John, cheers, man. Thank you so much for that. Salute, salute, salute. Big ups, man. Cheers. Yes. Mexico is too dangerous now, Karen K. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff going on there, but I would still go. I definitely still would go. I would still go. I've never had any issues there, but yeah. Big ups, Carl Travel. Keep the battery warm. Yes. Keep the phone warm. You mean, yeah. Yeah, we're okay now. We're still okay. We're still okay. We the Random, looking forward to hearing you on InfoHorse tomorrow. Man, would you get any subscribers if Alex Jones ever shouted out your channel? Your YouTube channel would probably explode. It might crash.
Right, so there's...
Even... Cheers.
So there's...
Yeah,
right, son.
Cheers, guys. For Canada Freedom, big ups, Gary M. Bruce in the house. Ken Myers, big ups. Are a band, yep, they are. Red Hot Chili Peppers, yep, they are a band, yep, I knew that.
Yeah, I remember he didn't write any code for PayPal, did he?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, was it Peter Thiel? So wasn't Peter Thiel part of, like, he was his partner at one point, and then they both stole PayPal from some dude. But no, I mean, I hate Elon Musk just as much as the next guy. Well, I used to, but he's been funny recently. Let's have a look at his... Let's have a look at him. Elon. See what he's been saying. And I'll give him credit where credit's due, because, like, you can not like somebody, but when they're like... And I know he's a scammer, but I'm never going to buy one of his products, so I don't give a shit. It's like... although I will say, if Starlink actually works, then I'll get that. But I think Thunderfoot made a video about Starlink being a scam as well. But what is he talking about? Yeah, I quite like this. I mean, it's a generic boomer meme, but like when somebody who's got the reach to get 250,000 likes actually is saying stuff like that, but that's a good thing in my view. Yeah, there's like... No, there's still people around. It's like, it's kind of interesting the way they've... It looks like they've just cordoned off everywhere with the trucks. So I don't know whether the police are gonna... Well, they'll be able to get supplies because they've got money. That's the thing. Jim Bitway. No. These aren't leftists from Black Lives Matter. These are people with actual money. And it's like, that goes a long way. Cops there. It's not looking very... Well, I don't know where they are, so like... Hold on, is that the... Anybody in Canada? Is that like your main building in the square? Because I don't know where they're walking at the moment. I know how to sell his stuff to idiots, yeah. The Hyperloop, well... Hyperloop is a monorail. And it's like, the monorail is like the dumbest shit in the world. It's like... It's funny, it's like he's... None of his stuff. And he's boring. I mean, that tunnel underneath LA, that's fucking nuts. It was like, have you seen the video for that? Let's have a look. Let me find it, because it's like if the one spark happens, everyone dies. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Tesla LA tunnel. Now where's the one? This year. Oh, there's one on the one where a person is they're actually using it for public use. Oh yeah, the traffic jam. Yeah, here we go. Watch.
Is it boring driving down here with all of this? Oh my, there's a traffic jam.
Look how dangerous.
When it's busy with new people constantly, it's not too bad. But when it's slow and you're by yourself, it kind of gets a little boring sometimes. Just circling around.
Look how dangerous that is. There's no way out. What the fuck? who approved that? You would. I don't know.
The South Hall, the building doors are closed.
This is gonna kill so many people when this sets on fire, and it will set on fire because everything sets on fire at some point.
Why are they closed?
I don't know. Well, like the building itself isn't closed, just the entrance doors are locked.
But yeah, that's absolutely fucking wild that he was allowed to build that. Oh, here we go. Here we more people now. And a fucking hyperloop. It's like it can't be done. I mean, it's a nice idea, but oh really? National Party car? I didn't know that. Yeah. Hopefully they will around. Yeah, Billy. It's not the fire inside. It would be terrible. It will be terrible. There's no chance it won't happen. It will happen. It's like there's literally no chance of it not happening. Everything catches on fire eventually, or everything sparks. You can't not. It's just how it works. And then it's going to be like, oh yeah, everybody died. Because if you look around that as well, like in that video, that's all plastic or fiberglass or something. That ain't metal or wood or that's not wood. Sorry, stone. That's all plastic. It looks like in that tunnel. It's like, what the fuck? Why are they doing it? Why are they making it out of that? I don't know why people are buying into the Hyperloop. We know it can't work. I mean, back in the day, in the 50s and stuff like that, it'd be like, oh yeah, that's a great idea because it's like, but now we know. And it's like, I don't understand. But then again, people are buying fucking electric cars. Well, they're not actually, but a few people are buying electric cars. And they're thinking, oh, this works great. And they're like, like I know 3 people who got an electric car. And they're so fucking annoyed with it. And it's like, because in this country, it's most of the time, 8 months a year, it is fucking freezing. And it's like, and then they buy this Tesla and they're like, oh, it only goes 150 miles in range. And you're like, oh, yeah. And it's like it's a battery. Batteries fucking hate cold weather. And it's like, and they're so annoyed, but it's like, well, you must have known. Surely you've researched this. Oh, wow. Look how disrespectful they are. To Trudeau saying, oh, and like, oh, the war memorials, they desecrated it. Oh, but the less we forget is there. Oh, yeah, Medica's on. He's on about 11 o'clock tonight in my time. The year of the chud. Certainly looking that way. We can't stop winning at the moment. It's 6 p.m. Eastern time in America, 11 o'clock in my time. Well, I think it is, yeah. Caris, I think it I'm sure I remember it being like California is, I know that. I don't know whether Los Angeles specifically is, but I know there's some tectonic plates on California around there. So yeah, it's Elon's tunnel is going to kill a lot of people. But he's tweeting good stuff about lockdowns and Trudeau at the moment, so I'm happy enough with him. I'll be his friend for now. Not mind him. What's this one? I feel like I'm going insane. There's this big truck honking beside my apartment. My wife already went to stay over at her boss's house. God bless that man taking people in, and I'm stuck here listening to this shit. And half of the time, I think half of these people are trolling, but it's still funny. Yeah, we wouldn't. Well, yeah, we wouldn't have heard of him without PayPal, but he is kind of funny. That's the thing. It's like he is amusing. I mean, it's not been forced. It's because people do like his opinions. I mean, I like him on Twitter. I just know his car company's a scam. That's the thing. But the people who, when you tell people that it's like that car company, it's a joke car company. It's not a real car company. I'm like, oh, and they get so offended. Oh, thanks, Jack. Hopefully it does. I hope I last long enough for the potential to be realized. I don't know. I feel ever since, like I said earlier, it's like ever since I got monetized, I feel frightened now because they keep turning monetization off at random of my videos, and it's like, well, why? I don't understand why. Like, and they don't ever answer you. Contact support, and you go, well, I did this the first few times, and it's like, and I contacted support, and it was like, why have you turned monetization off this video? I literally cannot think of a single reason. I didn't swear in it or anything. And they don't answer you. And it's like, oh, okay. So it's like that. I've just got to figure it out blind. Now, these are worse than Cook Murphy. These are Redditors. These are like a subclass below Jack Murphy. Even Jack Murphy's superior to Redditors. Oh, well, there's Justin. He's in his mansion. And yeah, I'd love to buy. To be honest, it's like I was saying the other day. It's like, I would love. No, I wouldn't love, but I almost wish we had some COVID restrictions in this country so we could go honk at everybody. But we can't because literally we did all our protesting in the summer. They kind of listened to us and got scared of us because a million went down to London and started threatening them. And yeah, they dropped everything. And now they've just dropped. All the restrictions have definitely gone. They've all been gone for 6 months anyway, but they've officially been confirmed. And then today he dropped all the vaccine mandates for the NHS workers as well. So everything's fine now. Everything has gone completely back to normal. And the only thing we have now is that we got masks. Like all the really stupid people have will wear masks for the rest of their lives, so we know they're retarded. So that's pretty cool. Cheers, Rambling Man. Thank you. Yeah, I'll keep on making videos. I like making the videos, to be honest. They're fun. And it's funny to make videos because I know that every time I make a video, the quartering, and Tim Pool will make another. There's a video of the same subject, and I do not know how they can do this. Like Tim Pool made it. What did he make? He made a video about something that I made the other day. My video was 2.5 minutes long, and I actually, because I listened to Tim Pool's video, because I was like, how does he make videos this long? I know that subject isn't that long to be talked about because it's a fucking couple paragraphs long article. And he said nothing. And he's like, how the fuck? And I actually covered more points than he did. He's like, how are you stringing this out to half an hour? Well, actually, I know how he is. He's wearing a beanie. He's going, oh, well, I'll just say one opinion and then I'll say the other opinion. Then he'll go, do you reckon that is? And he's like, I don't know, man. And you're like, okay. So it's been pointless watching for half an hour, has it, Tim? At the end of every video, you go, I don't know. So what was the point in even making the video? Tell you what though, because I've never looked around Canada before, and it's like a really nice looking city. It's like London, but it's a little bit different. London, but sort of French at the same time. Yeah, National Party car. That's how Elon did it. Do you remember when everybody liked Joe Rogan, and before they were commanded to hate him? By the end, like. The quartering especially is boring. I have no idea. Now, Tim Pool, I can sort of. I mean, I don't really like him, but he was funny during the election, when he was like, "Oh, Trump's gonna win all 50 states." So I watched his videos then because he was so. He just went full retard, really, and it's like, oh, he's gonna win every state, and then the best bit with Tim Pool was like before YouTube banned talking about elections, which is what that's the behavior of winners, like, isn't it? It's like you ban dissenting voices, but they banned that. But then Tim Pool was going fucking nuts, and then when he was, oh yeah, we've got to overthrow the government. Basically, every video was we've got to overthrow the government, like. And then on January the 6th, the meme lords did fun tour, and then the next day he was so disappointed, he was so frightened and scared. I'm like, oh no, I probably shouldn't have said half of the stuff I said. Like, Tim Pool's gonna. I don't know what's happened to Tim Pool though, because he loves the fence, sitting on the old fence, but he went fucking hard on that Getter CEO. Did you see that? That was fucking hilarious. Like, it's just basic. Cheers, Bob. Yeah, 2 or 3 minutes, but who fucking cares about after 2 or 3 minutes? Yeah, well, the sponsors. I think like with quartering with the sponsors, it's like the sponsors are too long. I mean, I don't understand why he does this. Why he makes the sponsors the same length as what he talks about in the video. Not a single. He can't be getting any return on those sponsors because not a single person is going to sit through that. Like, because if he's covering a subject that I actually wanted to listen to, the first thing I do is skip the sponsor. It's like, and I don't do it for things like Count Dankula or anything like that. I don't click on a link like he asked me, but I'll just sit there and like put up with it. But with the quartering, it's like I know that sponsor is going to be 2 minutes long, so it's like fuck it, I'm just gonna skip. Yeah, elections are perfect in every single way. They are. Apart from in November when the Democrats lose all their seats, like then it's rigged. They're already putting it in place for it to be. Like Joe Biden said, I basically called them rigged immediately. But you see, black people are too stupid to drive. I'm joking, YouTube. That's what Democrats think. That's not what I think. Because I just thought that was taken out of context. Like, yeah. But no, they're too stupid to drive and have a bank account. Which is the most... Crowder, I don't know. I don't know with him. I really don't understand him because it's like he's I don't understand why he tries to get banned. It's half of the stuff he does is like that thing with the transsexuals and stuff like that, and it's like did Dankula leave the show? I don't think he did. And I'm sure, unless he did it this week. Because I saw Quartering on Twitter, like, coming all over himself that Sam Hyde came onto the show with him and Dankula. You just fucking, it was the most pathetic thing I've ever seen a grown man do. He's like, oh, thank you so much. And then he fucking retweeted his show about 20 fucking times. Oh, Sam Hyde's on it. It's like, all right, we fucking get it. I can see. And he's like, oh, I'm going to buy all this cryptocurrency because Sam Hyde told me to. And you're like, okay. Well, he's never going to come back on that show again, is he? He now thinks you're retarded. Yeah, some people will just always vote for these things. It's like, I don't quite understand. It's like the people who say that, oh, it's just because he's got a stutter. And it's like, what, he's retarded? Because he's got a stutter. It's like, you think all people with stutters are retarded? I'm like, well, that's not very nice, is it? Yeah, I don't think. I hope Dankula has, because I wouldn't mind listening to Dankula on a podcast, but I can't listen to Quartering because he speaks about one word per hour, and it's like I can't listen to that guy. He's so fucking slow. Yeah, I don't see why he baits YouTube. It's like, why would you bother? I mean, I don't like some of the rules of YouTube, but it's like, there's no point in going against them. And you can also say what you actually want to say. Because although getting monetized has made me feel more nervous, I don't think they're going to ban me in reality. But I can say exactly what I feel like. And I even monetize things. Like I made my second to last video which is basically me shitting on trans people, constantly shitting on trans people for three minutes and laughing at them, and they monetized that video. So I don't understand why he baits YouTube. There's no point. You can't win. Unless he's got some sort of deal with Rumble where he gets banned from YouTube and drags a load of people across to Rumble. But fucking Rumble's a shit platform. I had no idea how to upload on Rumble. Well, I do. You have to ask somebody to upload for you and approve it. It's fucking stupid. Temple mentions Civil War every single second of the day. So he wakes up and goes, is it Civil War time yet? It must be Civil War time. No, who went all gushy? No, Quartering went all gushy because Sam Hyde. Yeah, because I saw your second message there. Because Sam Hyde came onto his show for half an hour and then he spent an entire day, more than a day actually, like retweeting his podcast and saying, "Oh, Sam Hyde was on my podcast," and it's like, "Oh, all right, you're ruining it now. I don't want to ever listen to it because I listen to most things Sam Hyde does. I like him, but I'm not like it. Just made it sound gay. So this is too gay, my friend. Like, it depends where well, it's all about training your ears because like if I go down to London, people have a hard time understanding me, and vice versa. Because we all speak like England's like one of the weirdest places in the world. There's so many accents for such a tiny little island. Like if I went up to Newcastle, which isn't even in Scotland, it's just below it. It's like it's really hard to understand them. But if you spend some time with the person, you understand them after a while. Unless they're from Glasgow, because Glasgow's a real thick accent, and it's like it is hard to understand what they're talking about, and they've got their own language as well. Oh yeah, I don't doubt that he would, but I just don't understand why he does it because it's half of the time. Jim Bitway, I'm talking to you by the way. And like, yeah, I don't understand why he would. I don't understand why he would bother. Just mean, why would you cut off your big enough, your huge audience? Because and a lot of the time it's not funny. You know, he can be funny, but then some other times it's like, I mean, if there's a joke in it, it's funny, but like then. But a lot of the time, it's like, no, you're just being needlessly cruel here. And it's like, there's no real need to do that unless there's a joke. And it's like, that's how I feel with Crowder. It's like, some of the things, it's like, it's not funny. You're just being a bit of a cunt. And it's like, I like laughing at people, and I definitely don't like certain people. It's like, but when it's like, there's even a limit where it's like, well, now you're just being an asshole, and it's like, no, I don't really, and it's not funny, so I don't understand why you're doing it. Thought Yellow Flash was friends with the Quartering. Well, I assume all of them. All of them were friends, actually. Yeah, we're in a cold civil war. Third generational, fourth generational, fuck knows what. He's a fucking idiot. Yeah, but Salty Cracker needs to do that because he will. I don't know how he's still on YouTube. Yeah, it's like he needs to say some stuff. I don't know how he's getting away with it because he said saying some stuff. It's like I'm a tiny YouTube channel, and even when I was tinier, I remember getting a video removed for COVID misinformation, and I only had 270 subscribers, and I think that was January last year, and it was like, how did they even fucking know my channel exists for one thing, and it only had about 400 views. And it's like, how do they even know that this exists? And it's like, I don't know how Salty Cracker is getting away with half of the stuff he says. I really don't. Yeah, no, I think it's fucking hilarious. So it's Salty Cracker is funny. I just don't know how he's getting away with it. It's like, well, I suppose he doesn't go that far. He just he does it in a comedic way. He doesn't do it like Crowder. That's another thing with Crowder. He's like, it's not obvious that it's funny. That's why I think he gets banned a lot of the time because no, maybe he has got compromising picture. Yeah, but her face pic is compromising. It's like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, like no, he does it in an amusing way. So I think it's like, oh, maybe they're like, oh, he's a clown. Nobody can take him seriously. I'll be back in a second. Have they actually set us the is she actually getting interviewed by the Quad? So that's fucking pathetic because I've seen him do. He's just gonna simp all over that fucking horrible cunt. No, I don't mind. I don't mind Crowder at all, but I think his main thing is it's obnoxious and it isn't automatically obvious that it's funny. Whereas with Salty Cracker, it is, he says it in a funny way, so it is funny. Even if he's correct, it's still kind of funny the way he said it. Yeah, that's one of the lamest dramas at G4 TV, and it's like, well, stop watching then. Just none of you are watching anyway, so who fucking cares? I don't really understand the problem. It's like, it's funny that she had a meltdown, and then she's obviously got told off by her bosses because she deleted all their tweets, hasn't she? So like, she's obviously been like, oh, yeah, they've all said stop doing that. The person I feel sorry for is that completionist guy. I remember watching him a while ago, but like you could tell when he was fucking shocked when she started that rant, and he was like, "Oh shit, is this going to affect my channel?" Because his face, he was like, "Oh no," he was fucking upset. It was funny the first day, but it's like, I don't understand. I mean, look at that woman. What do you think her opinions are? Obviously, she's a retarded feminist. Why would you even think about watching anything with that person on it? Young Tex is hilarious. Especially recently. Senk is like going nuts because I don't know if he's another weird one. I don't know if he's as stupid as he makes out, or I think he is actually. I think because he's now outraged about the Democrats being frauds. And it's like, well, yeah, we all knew that, and it's like. But now this arc, someone I think it was Tito on Twitter who said he's going to turn right wing soon. It sounds like he is going to do that. I reckon that's going to be the perfect end to the grift for him. But yeah, as we see with all these pictures of Canada, look at how racist and horrible it's all working out. It's like all these Nazis. Look, got all the panic. Look, shops and stuff like that all there, and it's like, but hold on. Yeah, but they've all got access to shops and everything. Harassing Convoy protesters. Well, I've been going for about an hour and a half anyway. It's like, right, is Senk still a thing? No, he's they get good numbers on Young Tex. They get about 5,000 people on every live stream, which is, I mean, it's good numbers. I mean, for an individual, that'd be great. I'm not too sure, considering they employ over 100 people. I'm not too sure what it pays the bills, but it's a leftist thing, isn't it? So it's obviously it's going to be running at a loss, and everybody's just laundering money out of it. That's what they do with these things, like with that G4 TV. It's like they're losing money hand over fist on that. I mean, that's getting 30,000 views every. I can tell you for now, it's like 30,000 views maximum that's going to give you $200. And it's like they're getting 30,000 views a video. And it's like, how is G4 TV making any cash? They're not. They're being propped up by hedge funds and stuff like that. And I imagine Young Turks are as well, because they've got a lot of staff. But if I got 5,000 views a live stream, I'd be very happy. But I'm not a corporation like the Young Turks, so I don't think they're doing. Well, they're doing half as well as Nick Nikita on a bad day. I don't know what he's up with this. I don't really understand this Soros fella, to be honest. I don't. There's a lot of. But it's like a lot of the things with the Soros thing. It's like I know everybody can trace it to him, but then again, he owns massive companies, so it's like so he is going to have his fingers around in all pies just by the fact he owns huge corporations. But I don't know. It's sort of like the flat Earth thing. It's like I don't. It's like when somebody says they're a flat earther, it's like just explain to me why people would hide it from me. And it's the same with George Soros. It's like why would he do this? I don't quite understand it. I'm sure you can. I'm sure everybody. That's why I don't really. I don't know whether I don't want to say I buy into it. I know that he funds a lot of stuff, but if he looked really hard, I would imagine he also funds a lot of stuff on the right. But nobody looks there because they don't want to. But I would imagine, almost with 100% certainty, you could do that and get a result. Yeah. Yeah, German version of G4 TV. This is a brand. I didn't know G4 TV. We didn't have this in the UK, so I didn't. Oh, right. So it's not G4 TV. It's like, I get you. Yeah, we didn't really have anything like that. We had Games Master in the 90s, and it died before the 2000s started. Which was weird because it was actually the most popular TV show on around between 6 and 7 o'clock at night on a weekday in the country, and they cancelled it because TV companies got really annoyed that video games were taking over, and ever since then we haven't really had anything particularly big. Yeah, I don't think it's not. I don't think it's particularly George Soros either. I think it's a fucking. It's it's not one person. I don't think it's like what is a It's people getting too rich. When you get so privileged and everything, it's like, oh, everyone's like, these leftists, these white leftists, think black people are their pets, and it's like rather than they punish them like they would a dog. It's like rather than no, you killed somebody, you've got to go to jail for that. It's like ah, but isn't he cute type thing. That's how they view it, and it's like it's because they've got so privileged. The fuck is that truck? Hey, okay, he's on the back. Fuck you, Trudeau. Right, I'm gonna go. and have a beer and watch Metaca's stream at 11. Thank you everybody for coming. I've gone for an hour and a half and my voice hurts. I didn't realise this was going to carry on. This was going to be that stressful on the old voice. But yeah, this was a bit of a mess, this first stream, because I didn't quite know how to structure it. But now I know how certain things work again. It's going to get better every time I do it now. Now I kind of get it. So now I can start putting on an actual show rather than doing this. I have more of an idea for the next time.